Hey up, welcome back. Today's video I'm going to be showing off my entire collection of Jackie Chan's Island of Fire, and with 88 Films releasing their copy of Island of Fire, I thought it'd be a good idea to just show off what I've collected so far. There's probably more to come, and since I've been doing the videos, a lot of people went, oh, what do you think of the film and stuff, so I give out my full opinions at the end. But I'm going to show you how I first saw the film and what I've been collecting so far. So the very first time I would ever lay my eyes on this film would come in the form of this box set. And if you're in England back in the day, you would know this as the post office, the newsagent, the off-licence special. This was on every shop counter that I ever went to, especially here in Leeds. This was everywhere. Jackie had two more sets of this. There were a Van Damme set, Cynthia Rothrock set, a Bolo Young set, a Don Wilson set. There's a fair whack of these going out back in late 90s. But I never owned this. I've only just recently got this over the past few years on eBay. But the first time I ever saw Island of Fire was on this box set. And this was back in school. I think it was my last year of primary or we went into high school. So this was late 90s. And a mate of mine who lived not too far away near the corner shop, he had one, and as I'm rooting through his stuff, and I thought, oh, what's this? And show you the back of it there. As I'm looking at the back, you'll see it's predominantly Island of Fire promoted on the back. And I thought, oh, this looks alright. Jackie Chan in a prison film. I'll have that. But as you can tell, it's when you read the synopsis, you're thinking Jackie's the copper. You're thinking this and other. Until I actually watched the film. Watched it with my mum. Took it home. Said, oh, I've got another Jackie Chan film. I watched. Oh, bob it on. Chuck it on. Let's see. Half an hour in, I'm like, where is he? Then he crops up. Playing snooker. And then we find out, truly it's not his film. And what have you. And I know someone wants my opinion of this. And my first impression of this weren't really that good back in the day. Absolutely, I remember watching this. I had to be between 10 and 12 year old when I first watched this, and I was really disappointed with this. He wasn't the hero of the film. He was just a bit character. And I went, oh, that's pretty enough. And spotting Sammo. I went, oh, Sammo's in this. So Andy Lau for the first time, and Tony Leung, whose film this is. So this will be the first time I'd watched this film, and I weren't really impressed with it at the beginning. It has grown over time to be a bit of a guilty pleasure, but this box set would be the first time I ever copped eyes on it. And then a few years later, I would then find for £4 Leeds Market. I went, I'll grab it because it needs to be in collection because I didn't own it. Hong Kong Classics at VHS. If you spot that, they pumped out quite a fair bit of Jackie's films, a lot of Hong Kong films, but it were £3 or £4 in Leeds Market, and I thought I watched it again. I went, ah, yeah, it's meh. At the point, still faded sticker on it. Yeah, that VHS. Yeah, Leeds Market. I would get this. So, well, this isn't the Leeds Market tape. A lot of my stuff I've had to recollect, but I know exactly where we're getting each stuff from, and as I've had to recollect all my stuff when we moved in here years ago. But yeah, that was the second film I ever got, second version of it. Then Hong Kong Legends would come out. Where is it? And then I would get the DVD. Now this has been with me. This is original. I never got rid of this. And this is when I started, see the back there, and then it started coming with special features. And then realising there's deleted scenes. It's actually a much bigger film than what it was. And I started to think, oh, that's a bit, then started learning as you get older, you think, oh, well, the backstory to the film, the actual behind the scenes of all of this is probably more interesting than the film itself. I think so. Then I started to learn, oh, Jackie did this as a favour for Jimmy Wang Yu. And so did Sammo. I went, oh, well, he did a favour because he broke off Operation Condor for a week or two to film this. And the action scenes are really good, especially this prison fight with Andy and the initial fight scene in the gambling den. That's a cracker of a fight scene. But yeah, this was the second time. No, sorry. It'd be the third time. I apologise. There's the inside. I would grab this film. And Hong Kong Legends did have a VHS, which I recently picked up because I'm a completionist, and it's there. Same thing. No extras, I don't think there was on it. There it is. Adds to collection. But before all of this, there was an ex-rental knocking around, and I'd see this quite a lot. I never picked it up, but I have recently through eBay, and it wasn't called Island of Fire, because I got confused going, why is there two prison films? Then you start to learn, especially in the night, there's no internet. You just gambled on anything you bought. But I remember in Blockbuster seeing this, and I do like the cover to this. The prisoner. And trying to sell off that Jackie Chan is the prisoner, but he's not. He's one of a few. But I do like that artwork. I used to see this in Blockbuster a lot, but never picked it up because I already claimed the other one. There's the back of it there. Big box, ex-rental. VPD, American Imperial. And only difference is the title screen just cheaply puts The Prisoner on it. Same English dub on all of them. Barring the DVD, which I think has its Cantonese language. But yeah, I'd grab that off eBay, and then I would also just find other variants of the film that I've got, which I'll start with. There we go. So there is another, still in its wrapper, Hong Kong Legends DVD of the film. Just a quick, I think it come with a magazine, but I don't have the magazine. Unwrapped, not even opened it, but it's just nice to have another variant in the collection. I would also find this DVD, a French DVD. Pretty good artwork on that. In French, English and subtitles, I think it is. I give it a quick gander. And we've got that. And then we've got another French DVD of this. Decent artwork. The back of it there. And there's the inside of it. Pretty much the same as that. Bit silly to hear it all dubbed in French. That's quite funny to me. Then, where else? Then there's the atrocious American DVD. I think this has got a different dub on it. It sounds awful. I swear it does. But no, anything Americanised. Nah. Naff. Won't really recommend it. It's just more of a novelty thing and a bit of a decent artwork to it. You know, Rumble in the Prison, because this is when Jackie Chan obviously, second he blew up with Rumble in the Bronx, and Yanks were miles behind trying to catch up with him. So yeah. Chuck that to one side. Then I have found over the time some other bits and bats. There's this variant, English dub. I think this is Swedish, and the novelty with this one, there's no music score over the fight scenes, similar to the Taiwanese cut, which we'll get to in a second. It looks bootleggy, but I found this on eBay. Oh shit! Oh, it's not what I'm holding. That's quite a unique item to have. Do like the artwork on that. We'll get more to that in a second. I also have the Australian DVD. That's a good cover. Back of there. That's the disc. Yeah. Not much to say. They're all pretty much the same. It's just, you never know if there's all a bit extra on it. I can't remember last time I watched this what were on it. There's English or original language subtitles. I can't remember if I think it's just a film on that. That's just another cool variant. And then we'll get to my last DVD, which I found recently, and I do like this. This is the full Taiwanese cut of the film, which weirdly I do like this because it's that artwork's brilliant. That should have been inspiration for 88 films. We'll get to that in a second. But I do like that artwork there. And there's the back of it. And the disc there. And it's a completely different, so like all this complete cut was broken up onto like deleted scenes on the Hong Kong Legends DVD, different opening, going into the prison, it fleshes out Tony Leung's character a lot better with this, goes through a lot more hardship and struggles. His cellmate actor that's in this, he's got a subplot in this. They've completely eliminated that out of this, but to call it uncut, there is a discrepancy I've got to pick with this. With the Hong Kong cut, that when we're all used to, when Jackie's introduced, and once he starts fighting with the gangsters, they've cut some of that out where he's making faces when he meets with his on-screen girlfriend. They've completely chopped that out for some reason, and then it goes straight to a fight scene with him, and that happens in this film. Whereas the Hong Kong cut, they've added the little extra scene of Jackie leaving the pool game, meets with his girlfriend, pulls some faces, blah blah blah. Then it leads to the fight. In this scene, in this film, they've cut that out. It just goes straight to the fight. And like it just, I think there's a few extra scenes of Sammo in this, and he does steal the film in this. Sammo's really, really good in this. To say they've all done it for favours, like a favour job this, but yeah, that Taiwanese cut is really good. It's really good. More dramatic. And I can see probably why the Hong Kong cut basically, well, we don't need this, and just, yeah. But it's a shame that isn't on what I'm about to show in a second. But so that's the last of the DVDs, and I have found, which recently, another VHS, Australia. I had to pick this up, and I only just got this recently. Martial Arts Collection. So I'm hoping this is going to be something similar to how we get at the low wave films, like just a label and the chuck to load out. I've got 2 more of these, and that's in there. That's a unique item to have. And I've got one last VHS, which I found in South Africa, and this is a belt to this big box. Well, we call it an X-Rental, but this big box version of Island of Fire, that's a cracking cover, that, the spine and the back, even with a unique promo shot of Jackie there for some reason. Like, it's all the other copies I've got, they've got a unique promo shot to them, especially Jackie with gun just goofing about. And another thing I'll point out to in a second, but yeah, that was a unique find, that, from South Africa. Yeah, and it also shows you this clip here, which probably isn't even in the film. That's out of the Taiwanese cut, so that's quite unique as well. But yeah, that was a great find, and I've got some other bits. So before I finish off, and as I normally do, I've got a poster or two, and I have this unique item, if you can spot that, Lebanese poster that I found recently. That's weird, and that's a unique pose to promote the film, but that's a beauty. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good poster, that. There's not many Islander Fire posters that I can spot, but that's the big poster that I've collected, which is quite good. And I have some other bits. I found this little card thing, got from Hong Kong, like a little promo leaflet thing inside of there, quite unique. 2 decent bits of artwork, really good. I really like that. And I've got another one here, got a little art card thing. I've got this here, like an export, like promotional card. That's quite good. Again, the artwork's really good. The promotion and back of it there, just explaining the film and a few shots. That's quite unique there. That's very good. And I have this Japanese, I think it's a chirashi booklet. The back of it there, and let's open it up if you can spot that. Have a scan through it. All in Japanese, so you have to get the Google Translator out at some point. And again, there. Some pictures there, Jackie fighting. And some more, and Andy and Jimmy there. And there. And some more, and some more. Yeah, that were a nice find. And the last 2 items recently, before we get to one thing, this came through if you spotted my last video, the German Blu-ray, which I just recently got. A lot of people say this is really good. I haven't even had the chance to watch it yet. But yeah, I'll show it off again. Old version, pretty much exactly like what I'm about to show you, but this includes the full Taiwanese cut, not in 1080p, just an SD quality, but they managed to put the Taiwanese cut in there in this, so that's quite clever of them to do that. So that's a nice set. And then finally, what kicked this off, 88 Films Blu-ray release of the film. Long awaited on Facebook groups, people wanting this out. And the only thing I'll say is, when it comes to artwork, it's nice. That is. But like me, like a few other people, if you know, I've mentioned the promotional shots that I put on there. When you cut that out, you can just tell that looks a bit, I thought they were a bit goofy, because this shot here, which is in a lot of these, this is a behind the scenes shot. As you can tell, Andy's like looking off to the side at director, thinking, what mate? Yeah, stab him. Yeah. And Jackie's just goofing off, just out trying to have a bit of fun. So I'm a bit baffled. And there's another one here, which is prominent on a lot of the VHSs and the DVDs. Maybe that's just a nod to it. I don't know why. I felt like they just could have used a better image than that. But the back of it is really good. And Sean Longmore did this. He's a really good artist. He's done a lot of films for 88, done a lot of covers for 88 films, and his artwork's really good. I just question the choice of that to be front and centre, when if you look at what I've just shown you, there's a lot better options to chuck on the front. But just a little nitpick, and I barely complain about artwork. I genuinely like and accept everybody else's, but well, nothing they do. Let's might as well show it off, because I haven't done it yet. Now that's the reversible sleeve. That covers on the opposite side. I'll tell you what, I'll just show you it. That's what comes one side. Do like that back cover there, and then we've got that. A few people complained about the picture quality. I thought it were alright. I thought for a Blu-ray it looked okay. I can see why people thought it just didn't pop out, but for me, it's fine. That's the disc, and we've got some similar vein to what I've just shown you there. Their little booklet. Almost similar to that. They must have seen that and I'd use that as inspiration there. Jacket, Jimmy and Andy there. Another promo shot there. The inside, yeah, pretty similar to that Chirashi that I've got. Very well done. Nice booklet there, if you can spot it, if not, sorry. And it came with a poster. With Sean Longmore's work there. Very good. Very good poster there. And then opposite side, which is pretty much seen it all the time. Very popular for the artwork, and that's all I've got really on all this. I've got quite a bit, and yeah, and like my thoughts at film. So when I go back to how I first watched it, being a kid, when I first watched it, and you don't realise Jackie's not the star, and this was spoilers. It was the first time I saw his character get killed off, and I weren't a fan of it. Because like Jackie Chan, like my John Wayne, you don't want to see your hero get killed at the end, but that really annoyed me as a kid. I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that it were. Then, you know, over years, I've said, you know, I've grown to like the film a lot more. It's more of a guilty pleasure. It's alright. I like the idea of it. I like the concept of it being a prison film. I've said Sammo completely steals this film. He's so good in this, and I think he's massively underrated. He does such a good job, and with the Taiwanese cut, there's a bit extra where you can see him with Tony Leung's character in this, a bit more power, and he's more sympathetic as a character in this. And yeah, the Hong Kong cut makes Tony Leung's character look a bit weak, like, especially when you get to the end. It's just there's some plot holes in the story where like they could have done a better job of him saying, listen, when the car explodes, I'm a copper. We just get to that plane. I'll get you out of here. And they could have created more tension and drama of them getting split together. It just then goes, they go on the shoot-off-on, they get trapped, and he's somewhere on the plane, and it's a bit insulting. And then they all get, see you later. And I get it. It's trying to mimic the heroic bloodshed that were popular back then. And it's quite unique of a film to see these actors in this type of film. Andy's done a lot of that, heroic bloodshed, and Sammo dabbled in it with Eastern Condors. And they've both been a part of something similar with John Woo in Under Death. But as I got older and watching this, it's alright. It's not a bad film. It's not one of my favourites. But I really hated this as a kid. It really annoyed me. It really did. It left a bad taste in my mouth for a long time as a kid. And a different version of the film that I've discovered over the years, I like it. It's not bad. And this isn't a bad doing. They've done the best of 88 films. It would have been nice to see a full Blu-ray restoration of the Taiwanese cut. For some reason, they couldn't get the rights to it. They just couldn't get it. And they've done as good a job with this. And it's worth a grab. A lot of people have liked it that have picked it up. And but yeah, that's pretty much what I think of the film. I hated it as a kid. Grown to like it. It's more of a guilty pleasure. It's not too bad. It's not a fit. And the theme song's really good to this, and someone said it was quite haunting, which is a very good description of it, because it's really catchy as well, and it sticks in your head. The Last Bullet, it's called, and it's the backstory to this is, I think, more fascinating than the film itself, with Jackie doing it as a favour for Jimmy Wang Yu. Jimmy's like, Jack, I need you. Alright then, boss. Come does the favour. Sammo's done the favour for Jimmy. I don't know the full reason why, but when you listen to Frank Jane audio commentary that's worth listening to on this, because I watched this film instantly with Frank Jenks to learn more, and when you learn more of it, there's a triad influence. Allegedly, Tony Leung was abducted to make this film, whether that's true or not. Andy Lau was apparently coerced to do this. There was a rumour that they're all held at gunpoint and forced to make the film. I don't believe that, but from what I've heard, Andy Lau found a bullet in his script, as in to say, you are going to do this. And he had to break off his films to make this. So the studio got 4 big stars for next to nothing to make as much money as possible. But I'd love to see a documentary or something on the making of all the behind the scenes. I'd love to know more about this, because I find the behind the scenes of this more fascinating than the film, and I'd love for someone to dig all that info out and put it all on something. That would have been ace, just for a special feature. That would have been one hell of a special feature, a documentary of the behind the scenes stuff. But it seems like no one wants to talk about the film, as Jackie didn't like the film himself. I don't think audiences were too gravy about it, and he tried to shelve it, failed in his attempts, and it did get released. Just in Hong Kong, they just cut a load out and trundled it out. But yeah, so far that's all I've got for this video. I'll have more at some point. I'll think of another film, see what I've got a bundle of, and if you like it, give us a like, a subscribe, if you can, a share. It'd be very much appreciated. Leave any comments. Did you like the film? Do you not like the film? Do you have anything else in your collection that's a bit different to mine? Just let me know, and I'll see you again.